Another day is here, and you're ready for it. What to wear? Check. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Check. Planning for what's next and how to save for it? That's where Bank of America can help. For your financial to-dos, Bank of America has experts ready to help get you closer to your goals. Get started at one of our local financial centers or 24/7 in our mobile banking app. Find a location near you at bankofamerica.com/talktous. What would you like the power to do? Mobile banking requires downloading the app and is only available for select devices. Message and data rates may apply. Bank of America N.A., member FDIC.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. With the price of just about everything going up during inflation, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Mint Mobile Unlimited Premium Wireless. How to get 30, 30, bit to get 30, bit to get 20, 20, 20, bit to get 20, 20, bit to get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month? Sold!
Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
$45 up front for 3 months plus taxes and fees. Promo rate for new customers for limited time. Unlimited more than 40 gigabytes per month. Slows full terms at mintmobile.com.
Now's the time to save 30% on wedding jewelry, only on BlueNile.com. Make sure your wedding ring is the one with your pick of diamond and lab-grown diamond bands, all hand-finished and graded for excellence. Or surprise her with something blue she'll love for life, like a stunning pair of sapphire earrings. Blue Nile's jewelry experts are available 24/7 to help, from fit questions to style advice. Right now, get up to 30% off at BlueNile.com. BlueNile.com.
Thanks for choosing this free Anfield Index podcast. If you'd prefer to listen to this or any of our other shows without adverts, then now's the time to check out Anfield Index Pro. With AI Pro, you can supercharge your entire listening experience. You'll not only get all of our podcasts without the ads, but you'll have them far faster with our Quick Publish feature available exclusively for subscribers. AI Pro also puts you in the heart of our sound studio, with an option to listen to many of our shows live and interact with the podcasters in real time as the shows are recording. Upgrading couldn't be easier. AI Pro is available on all popular podcast platforms. Just head on over to AnfieldIndexPro.com and get started today.
Well, ladies and gents, it's Saturday the 15th of June. The transfer window is open. The Euros have started. And we are here with your daily red in the weekend. It's one day stepping in for another to cover everything LFC related on Saturday the 15th of June. And just a reminder, speaking of one day, I know Dave and Carl will be doing the Euro podcast. So 7 days per week. It's free with ads in full. No cuts at all on the EPL index and without ads for the AI Pro subscribers. Just a reminder, if you're interested in that, it will not be on the AI free feed. You've got to be an AI Pro subscriber or the EPL index. And EPL index, listen, it's completely free. All our pods to follow. Just search EPL index. I know me and Trev do our transfer show on here. There'll be some bits we'll be doing on the EPL side as well. So just a bit of a plug there for the EPL index, ladies and gents. But Liverpool, what are we talking Liverpool? Well, we might as well start the internationals because, let's be honest, Robbo, an utter horror show last night for Scotland, wasn't he? Oh, well, for Scotland overall, they had a horror show. I don't think Robbo was that bad particularly, but it is hard to shine, and you can't lie that he was brilliant when you get beat 5-1 by Germany. Yes, they had 10 men. There was no doubts about it. He was pretty he was pretty honest, I think it's fair to say, in his press conference, Robbo, wasn't he? He said, we weren't aggressive enough and we've made mistakes. Probably seen it that Roy Keane's gone in on him pretty hard and the Scotland team pretty hard, as in it's irrelevant what they say. I have no doubt you've seen those footage, those memes, those GIFs clipped up, as it were. Leaves them with a lot to do in their group, doesn't it? Shame for the Tartan Army who were out in force yesterday. Other Reds, we've got Dominic Szoboszlai, who will captain Hungary today, won't he, at 2 o'clock, leading them out against Switzerland. And Alexis played last night against Guatemala for Argentina in their friendlies. Because everyone forgets, yes, the Euro started yesterday, and in 6 days' time, the Copa America will start as well. So yeah, those are the Reds who've been in action or set to be in action today. So that's the international part covered. Other bits will probably turn towards transfers because we had Eleni Yaro, which we'll come to as well. But quite a lot of questions around what's happening with Liverpool. And I get it. For some reason, I don't know why, but there's a lot of tentative people around, isn't there, in terms of you've seen United, Branthwaite, you've seen Chelsea, Duran, all these types of things. What are Liverpool doing? Well, David Ornstein confirmed they are primed and ready if Real Madrid don't do the business for Lenny Yoro. I suspect they will. And maybe it's been helped by the fact that Lenny Yoro will not go to the Olympics. Lille have confirmed they have withdrawn the player from the squad. So, yeah, and I'm just going to be honest on this. Lenny Yoro has got Real Madrid written all over him. I know David Ornstein said, and it's fully believable, Liverpool and Manchester United are ready to pounce if that doesn't happen. Let's be clear. It's not United. It's never going to be. They've got an offer in for Jared Branthwaite, Tadibo, all the other things. It just feels like they're playing that angle. And he's never going to go to Manchester United, is he? There's PSG. PSG pay bigger wages than us, number one. Number two, look at the links between Campos and Mendes. Jorge Mendes is his agent. He's got a lot of players there. Just have a look at the amount of PSG players that are Jorge Mendes players at the same time. And I know someone's going to be shouting about, well, if you look at that, you've got to say that Ugarte did work and all this. Yeah, but some do. And there's clearly a relationship there. Plus, it would mean Yoro staying in France as well. So they've got a real shout. And then the ultimate thing is Real Madrid. You know, and someone's going to tell me when I say this that Canate could be in his ear, possibly. But Camavinga, all the Real Madrid boys are going to be in his ear. And it's written by a lot of people that Yoro's first choice is Real. And what's probably annoying is we would probably pay Lille more, but they'll wait till the end of the window. It looks like Nacho is set to move to Saudi, so that's one space freed up, and Yoro will step into it. That's fully what I expect to happen. So everyone will see it differently, and I get why people will be excited that we're being linked with this player. It's not necessarily a bad thing that we're in the mix for this player, but it feels like it's going to go the way of Tchouaméni. It feels like it's going to go the way of Bellingham, and we're going to get beat by Real Madrid again. Way it is. Other rumours, interestingly, Levi Colwill. This will not go away. So quite a few, interestingly, Chelsea sides had that with Tosin coming into Chelsea, that Colwill, when he comes back, will seek talks with Maresca over what's his position in the squad. And it's interesting because he talks with Pochettino last summer about his role. Now we saw it in talks with Maresca. You do wonder if it's a little bit of a tactic. I get that. But a lot of these Chelsea sites and stories have got us mentioned. And David Lynch has said it. We've talked about it. There's zero doubt Liverpool are interested in Levi Colwill. Doesn't look likely, that's wrong to say, but Liverpool are interested in Levi Colwill, so we'll have to keep an eye on that one. Other transfer ones to point out, Mundo Deportivo mentioned Dani Olmo, that we're in the mix, but again, a number of other clubs, the Spanish clubs like Barcelona have been linked with him. 26 years old. It's hard to see him being the attacker that Liverpool are going for. And James Pearce confirmed when speaking to the Redmen TV yesterday, I don't think there was any doubt, but just in case there was any doubt from anyone, that Liverpool will 100% do business this summer. I don't think that's any doubt, but there's been a few who seem to have taken that as positive, so fair play. Position-wise, I think it's been pretty obvious that a centre-back, as per Lenny Yoro, he's on the list, and a forward. It does seem to be that it could be a Salah understudy, a Salah replacement, however you want to see it, but very much a defender and an attacker seem to be on the res shortlist. James Pearce said it, 100% business will be done. I would be astonished. We all would be. We're all expecting it. It's absolutely going to happen. So what other transfer stories is, well, we talked about players who were coming in potentially, who might be going on loan. James McConnell, David Lynch had this. 5 clubs are interested in the Liverpool youngster, and understandably, because he was brilliant in the Cups last season, and he was brilliant at Wembley. There is real potential there. James McConnell likes a tackle. There's a lot to like about this kid. And it's understandable why clubs who we've had links with before, like Blackburn and Hull, You think Blackburn, we sent Harvey Elliott there, we sent Lennon Clarkson there. Hull, we've got Tyler Morton and Fabio Carvalho coming back. Also clubs mentioned like Birmingham, Huddersfield and Derby. Derby, who've been interested in the link with Bobby Clark a number of times as well. So that's definitely one to keep an eye on. And naturally, no one's quite sure about the future, but we've talked about the midfield, almost how we might have too many midfielders if Slot plays the way we think he's going to play. But yeah, you would fully expect James McConnell to be going out on loan. But who knows? We will have to see on that one.
I don't need a VPN. I've got nothing to hide. Ha. This is what I used to tell myself before I hooked up with LibertyShield.com. Not only is my home internet now fully encrypted, but I can now access all the websites I want, whenever I want, and do so from absolutely anywhere. As a Liverpool fan, I love to know I can now watch every match, regardless of whether it's on UK TV or not. My Liberty Shield VPN makes sure nothing is blocked and guarantees me super fast streaming speed throughout that match. You can get connected right now with their software package, which includes a 48-hour no-obligation free trial and instant access to their apps for Apple, Android, Fire TV, PC, Mac and Android TV. Or go a step further like I have and get one of their pre-configured VPN routers. These small but powerful devices allow you to easily connect every device in your home to VPN, making it the perfect solution for smart TVs, Mac boxes and games consoles. Visit LibertyShield.com today and use coupon code AIVPN25 to get 25% off at checkout.
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Kroger, where you'll find over 30,000 mouth-watering choices that excite your inner foodie. And no matter what tasty choice you make, you'll enjoy our everyday low prices, plus extra ways to save, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week. You can also save up to $1 off per gallon at the pump with fuel points. More savings and more inspiring flavors make shopping Kroger worth it every time. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Other ones to point out, the AI number of articles we're running today, see the Michael Owen's concerns about Arne Slot, Michael Owen, that Liverpool ambassador. I really shouldn't say anymore to get myself into trouble there. But there's a few articles around his thoughts and general things that are going on in the Liverpool sphere. Even just seeing Big Jurgen at the Taylor Swift concert. Who doesn't love this Kloppo Instagram? He's absolutely brilliant. You've got to love it. Got to love it. So, yeah, that and many other things on AI. On other Liverpool websites, this is Anfield. So, Yaros, this is an interesting one. Yaros is apparently a target for Pep Linders, who's now the head coach at Red Bull Salzburg. An interesting one to keep an eye on, because I think a lot of people have got the suspicion that naturally, after his comments, Queven Kelleher will be departing. Liverpool will be looking for top dollar there. How much is yet to be seen. But there is an expectation that he departs. And a lot of people have got the expectation that Yaros will step into that role, as in he will become Liverpool's number 2 to give Liverpool more spending power. That's despite links to a number of goalkeepers, such as Anthony Patterson at Sunderland, such as the Feyenoord keeper as well. Maybe that feels like a bit of a lazy link as well. But yeah, there has been a few keepers linked. It's important to say. However, what happens with Yaros? If anything happens with Yaros, if Red Bull Salzburg make a move, it will be fascinating to see. And probably the call-out article from This is Anfield is that David Lynch did almost a transfer sack, as he called it, or transfer mailbag, to use a visual terminology, where he answered questions that people were able to put in. So there's probably a few things it's worth just mentioning from that article that he was asked about. Naturally, 90% of the questions were about a 6, a DM, the thing we all want, the thing we all think we desperately need. I think many people believe that, understandably. I think we need a 6, whatever happens. But the answers are maybe not what people wanted. But, you know, it's based on, as David Lynch says, what he's got from info sources around the club. So the first bit was when he was asked about the 6 and said, is it a priority? His reply was, it's not necessarily that it's not a priority and the club don't think a long-term world-class option is needed in the holding role because, as pointed out, they went for Caicedo last summer and they really wanted Tchouaméni. But the key issue's always been whether that world-class six is on the market. And in most recent windows, Liverpool haven't felt that's the case. Now, I don't watch enough football to know if they're wrong about that, but I would also point out on last summer, people on social media were claiming someone like Florentino Luis was the answer when clearly he wasn't. And he's mentioned that on our podcast before, hasn't he, that Sangare, Luis, those types were linked when we were desperate for a six. If Liverpool are to make a signing in that position, they want to be absolutely sure that it's a huge upgrade on Endo, not just a sideways move. But at the moment, they don't expect that this type of player will come up, and that's why it's not as high up on the priority list as a defender and a forward. So he's mentioned that in one of his answers or questions as well, that the links with Joel Matip departing, the club seem to want someone who can share minutes possibly with Mo Salah. So that's mentioned. And someone asked the question directly, the answer, do you personally think we will sign a defensive midfielder this summer? He was honest and said, just my personal opinion, but I feel no. And he said that on our podcast, hasn't he? Maybe the Dream Six will come on the market and we'll get a nice surprise, but I'm not sure that will happen. And then there was a good question from Backseatman LFC. Shout out to Barry there. They answered, does it limit what we can achieve next season? Also honest in this one, David Lynch, saying, I do think that until Liverpool sort this, there is a bit of a ceiling on what they can do. And he references in one of his answers, which I think is absolutely true. They look at Jorginho and Declan Rice, and people will be shouting 105 million for Declan Rice. Yeah, he wasn't cheap, but he has been a big signing for Arsenal and really taken them on a level. That's why they paid 105 million. That's why we wanted to buy Caicedo or prepared to pay 110, 150 million, whatever it was. If the world-class six, or the person we think can be the world-class six, is there, Liverpool will do it. It is a bit of a fear for me this summer. I think it will naturally be the rage topic, as I call it. There's always a rage topic. It was the six last summer, wasn't it? With Lavia, Caicedo, all those people mentioned. I've got a real nerve, or how would I put this? I've got a real worry, and it's starting to get on my nerves from what I'm hearing. And that's not that anyone's doing anything wrong. They're reporting what they're told. That it's going to be Groundhog Day on this six situation. That it's going to be a case of we're going to spend this summer and we're going to be shouting. And I get this, and we've reviewed it many times. Things like Edison, Varela, you'll all have your opinions on those types of things, but are we going to leave ourselves short in that six? And then, as David Lynch says, does that leave us short on what we can achieve? It's just a worry, isn't it? Other couple of questions worth calling out. Arne Slot is taking a well-deserved break. There is the expectation that late June, his press conference will take place, because people have been asking about that at the same time as well. That Liverpool will announce more friendlies as well. And as he mentioned, a European team in the next couple of weeks. So I'll have to keep an eye out for that. Usually just before the season starts, a week before, they try and play one at Anfield. Last season, I know people were saying it was Preston Deepdale, but that was because of the stand issue, wasn't it? They like to do, it's also a test environment for them as well to check everything's working in that regard. So if you haven't seen it, well worth a read there on David Lynch's This Is Anfield transfer mailbag, questions and answers galore. We'll have it been on Monday. We'll have Euro podcasts. We'll have various other things. Just remember, as we said, there is a few bits coming on up on EPL Index. That Euro podcast will only be available to AI Pro subscribers and on the EPL Index free of charge, not to normal AI people or people listening to AI podcasts on the free side. Additionally, a bits on transfers will be on EPL Index because they do relate to other clubs. We'll see what this weekend brings, ladies and gents. Hopefully, everything good, or maybe some good news possibly for Liverpool. And the final thing I always like to finish on, because he isn't my favourite player anyway, but happy birthday to the Egyptian king, Mo Salah, who is 32 today. And on Saturday, the 15th of June, ladies and gents, that was your Daily Red for today.
We hope you enjoyed listening to this Anfield Index show. Please be sure to subscribe to our channel so future podcasts find their way to your device automatically. There's nothing quite like fan engagement, and we'd love to know what you think of anything discussed on this show. The best way to get in touch is over on our free Discord community, where both podcasters and listeners debate the hottest LFC topics 24/7. Sign up free now at anfieldindex.com/Discord. You won't regret it. You can also follow us on Twitter at Anfield Index and find us on Facebook by searching for Anfield Index. Oh, and before you go, we'd love it if you could leave us a 5-star review on your favourite podcast app. It only takes a couple of seconds, and it means the world to the people who create these free shows.
Sports Social Podcast Network.